Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to Starting Out Solitary. Blind Rob here. This week is a little different. We are discussing a special topic that kind of came out of us at the last minute. I never know how to feel about it when these kind of situations come up, but and especially so this time because I thought that we were going to still be covering the topic that was supposed to be this week's, which I suppose will be next week's topic now, which is a very heavy, very intense topic, very powerful topic that I have very strong feelings about, I'm very opinionated about, and honestly, I've been stressing myself to sickness practically, trying to figure out how I'm going to cover it while to both express all my strong opinions and feelings, yet still be polite and respectful at the same time. So I suppose we shall see how that goes if I am still subbing in next week, and if that topic is one that we'll be covering next week instead of this week as it should be. So anyway, we're doing a special topic, and the special topic of the week is, are houses of worship essential? I'm kind of of two minds about this myself. On one hand, I do believe that sacred spaces are essential. I consider spirituality as a whole to be essential to one's life. But then again, I come from a perspective where the day-to-day life and spirituality cannot be separated. There is no way of separating it. To me, they're pretty much one and the same. They're interconnected. There's a a never-ending liminal connection between the mundane and the otherworldly, this world and the other world. On the other hand, just because I think that sacred spaces, houses of worship, are essential, that doesn't mean that I think that making them so at a time like this, when we're dealing with a pandemic where over hundreds of thousands of people have already died, probably more, and it's so virulent. Virulent? Is that how you say the word? Probably not. At this point, so it's spreading so bad. It's causing so many problems. People are getting hurt or dying from it. This is not the time to say, hey, we're going to open up our houses of worship so people can just congregate like they used to without any sort of safety regards or safety protocols put into place. That's not only irresponsible, that's downright dangerous. But honestly, at this point, it's what I come to expect from the big cheese in the Oval Office, if you will. I am not a fan of his, to say the least, but that's neither here nor there, except for this is dangerous. This is going to cause more people to get infected, more people to get harmed, more people to die. We don't need this. To me, I think a large part of the reason how I can say that while I feel that a place of worship, sacred space is essential, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to go to a special place. Is partly because, to me, the hearth and the home is the most sacred of places, coming from a Brigidine perspective. I'm pretty much, even though I am part of a spiritual group that I meet online, I'm essentially, in the physical perspective of things, very much solitary. I don't have a hearth, I don't have a hof, I don't have a kill, so I don't have a Norse, temple, Norse heathen temple, or an Irish heathen church to go to. I would love to have one, but don't got the space for it. But for me, it's I can just go to my altar, set up an altar. If go to the heart of my hearth, the heart of my home, and worship there. But I understand for some religions, they need a special place for that. I don't. I just feel that this is super dangerous because I understand that there's a lot of people who are more than able to connect with their priests, with their clergy, via digital means, via social media. One of my close friends who happens to be a Christian. He's what I like to occasionally refer to, half jokingly refer to him as a mystic Christian. He's very open-minded. And he pretty much, connects with his clergy, and with his religious community via video chat. And that's, in my opinion, is the smart way of going about it. But then again, I'm very much a believer in personal, intimate relationship with deity, and that can be done anywhere. Look, I understand, wanting to improve one's faith and strengthen one's faith, to continue to make one's faith, healthy, and part of that is checking in with your community, checking in with, whatever places that, you consider sacred to help re-inspire you, reinvigorate you spiritually. But there's a difference between faith, and then there's a difference between there's faith and then there's common sense. And unfortunately, a lot of people, and it's not just people of faith, there are tons of people who are not taking this pandemic seriously enough, and it has nothing to do with faith at all, that are they're putting themselves in danger as well as putting other people in danger, or hurting themselves, or are getting themselves killed, or are causing the deaths of other people in time. In my opinion, this is not the right time to simply open up houses of worship willy-nilly. It'd be one thing if there were special safety protocols being put into place. Like, I know in my state, there are a couple churches that are being open, but from what I've heard, they actually have some really interesting safety procedures that they're trying to make into protocol that kind of try to make it safe so people can still attend. But even then, the clergy of those churches that friends of mine attend, they're like, we recommend that you connect with us, with service via video, and they're more than happy to set it up. But some people are going to want to come anyway, and unfortunately, regardless of what rules or laws or regulations you're going to set up, and I forget where the saying comes from, but as a lot of people say, you can take a horse to the river, but you cannot make the horse drink. You could take the horse to water, but you can't make the horse drink. You could take the horse to the river, but you can't make the horse cross the river, or something to that effect. People are going to do what they think might be a good idea at the time, but turn out to be kind of dangerous, or, not the most optimized or optimal, idea at the time. I don't know. My advice, of course, is everyone to stay safe, stay put until we get this stuff sorted out, and it will probably be some more time, more precautions. Take as much precautions as you can. Your health is super important. Stay safe, stay healthy. And that's basically all I got to say, since I'm pretty much going around in circles here. Anyway, until I'm able to talk to y'all next time when I sub in again, whenever that may be, may Breege bless and Loki guide you. Take care.